lion's share of $4 million. I almost can't believe it, but I'm so excited to get things started, and I'm so excited to head on over to three of my favorite people. Let's see what Zeke has to say.
Kelly, you know we're excited as well. I mean,
what's up, chat? What's up?
The arena is packed. They are all feeling good. We are feeling good as well. As Kelly mentioned, though, $4 million prize pool here at Global Championship. The duo that walks away in that #1 spot, $1 million. And you know, friends, the thing that Kelly actually mentioned yesterday, think about the difference. A single point could be the difference maker in $350,000.
A single point, a single game, right? I already mentioned it, how volatile the matches have been throughout the upper bracket and the lower bracket. So I'll be expecting teams to be gaining thousands of dollars based on one of these matches. But of course, Levin, they're fighting for something else.
Yeah, it's not just the money, it's the trophy as well. You'd be surprised. You talk to a lot of those players backstage, Zeke, and a lot of them will tell you, yeah, the money's all right, but I want the trophy, right? That's what they really want, right? You know, to be able to have that is something truly, truly special. And of course, the money's great as well. We could all use $1 million, I'm sure.
Of course, but there is that title, Global Champions,
right?
Undeniably, hey, we are some of the best duos in the world. We've got the accolades to back up that claim. Now, let's set this in perspective. Let's take a look at our lobby list. Let's see who will be watching compete today. This is probably the craziest lobby I think I've ever seen in Fortnite history. Invitational came pretty close. This, though, Levin, this takes us to a whole other level.
I mean, when you say the best of the best, it really doesn't get better than this. You look at, you know, some of the best players in obviously the big regions, some of the biggest names in the world of competitive Fortnite. You really start to hear some cheers from Mr. Savage and Vanilla there. You know, people happy to see them here. But even then, right, from some of the regions that maybe historically aren't as big as the EU of the world, you know, some of their best players from there still representing, still getting a chance to show up on this stage.
Love the fact that you're bringing up the representation from other regions. 23 EU duos, 18 NA duos, 4 Asian duos, 3 from the Brazilian region, 1 from Oceania, and 1 from Middle East. And honestly, Levin, looking at this list, the thing that I love the most about the format, right, throughout the entire year is that every duo's story is different.
Oh, 100%. Right, certain teams have had it easy. Some Major 1 teams, right? They started the year hot, were able to cruise through the rest of the year. Some of the other teams, it was only in last chance Major they were able to make it through. Even then, even from where they've qualified, right? How those teams have performed, the battles they've had at their POI in real life.
What's up, Chad? How y'all doing?
Everybody has a story to tell coming into this one, and we're gonna see it wrapped up after 6 games.
Oof. So wild. I'm already getting hype. I gotta contain myself. Z, calm down. Let's talk about a duo that got a victory royale yesterday. Nxmb and Rise, a duo from NA, a duo that we just all had expectations for, and man, did they deliver.
What it would mean to me to win the Global Championship would be my first like FNCS win and feel nice.
What it would mean for me to win the FNCS Global Championship would put us on the map as one of the best teams in North America and represent our region on a global stage.
Nxmb and Rise from NA, they've been favorites to win pretty much every single major throughout the year, and they are favorites even for this weekend as well, the Global Championship, and for good reason. 3rd place in Major #1, 4th place in Major #2, and then 3rd place in Major #3. How have they been so consistent?
Look, if you ask me who I think has been the best team in NA over the course of the year, I would say these guys. So consistent. Their play style is just mesmerizing, right? It doesn't matter what layer you put them in the end game, they are comfortable.
Exactly. And honestly, listen, to me, it comes down to the strategies that they implement, right? We saw them. They were playing around the caches, right? Making sure they got some of those slurp juices throughout the majors.
Look, they've been coached by BloodX this year. And they've been looking like a lot of the other BloodX teams you see in EU, where these guys are comfortable. They'll look up for height when it's available. But even if they don't get it, they'll play those mid-ground layers to perfection. Nxmb, one of the best fraggers in the world. He's been unbelievable, mastered everything you can master in this game. And Rise is an IGL, so comfortable, so cool, so calm, so collected, always ready.
Yeah, and sometimes we talk about strategy, right? And usually teams, they kind of have something that they like to play into. But for Nxmb and Rise, I feel like
20 minutes until the game starts, boys.
One, right?
Who y'all got winning if y'all follow this? Who y'all got winning?
I
don't even know what yesterday's standings were, actually.
It's your FNCS Invitational winners.
I don't remember that, actually.
What it means to me to win the Global Championship. I think it would be an amazing feeling because we both worked so hard for this. It would be a back-to-back winning awards, so just like very nice. Yeah. mean for me winning the global championship? It would mean really a lot because the prize pool is like 4 times higher than it was the last time, and we would win back-to-back, so it would be really nice to win it again.
The team
Dude,
with all
Seti
the
and
pressure
Cammy
on
are
them,
just
right? The reigning champions.
massive
People see them
Ws.
as have we got some Cammy and Seti fans in here? Anyone in there supporting Cammy and Seti?
There it is.
They're here. They're here.
Me as well. You know, I mean, I should start cheering because, yeah, you mentioned it, right? Going for the back-to-back at international events. I guess the biggest question for everybody, Levin, can they do it?
I think the answer is a resounding yes, as long as they are uncontested, right? I think coming into this competition, people who thought they'd be uncontested consider them probably the favorites, right? Their form coming into this has been unbelievable, but there is always going to be that question mark. We saw what happened in game 1 of the upper bracket qualifiers. When
I want to see them win again. I want to see
they did bounce back eventually in
Seti and
qualifying,
Cammy
but there's always going to
or
be that
Clicks
question
win,
mark
but I don't know
of
how
somebody can
Clicks
rattle
played
them off
yesterday.
forward. Will that
So I don't
affect
even know
how
if
they
he's
play?
here.
Yeah, we'll have to keep a close eye on them in the early game, but I'm going to be paying attention to the late game. I saw in some of those upper bracket games, they were actually trying to counter-strat Queasy and Veno off the high ground.
They've been doing that a lot. If you've been paying attention to EU Fortnite, it's been different. I think everybody associates Seti and Cammy with being this low ground team that's going to play mid ground layers, slow down the game. But they've been looking at height. They've been playing for height, and they've been pretty effective. There were a couple games where they were flanking Queasy and Veno on height. Those guys had no clue who was in the storm, but it was Seti and Cammy. These guys are ready. They've improved their game since last year, and I think they're going to be a threat when given the chance.
That's right. A year to prepare. What did they learn? What does it mean to them to walk away as global championship winners? Take a look.
What would it mean to me to win the FNCS Global Championship? It would mean everything.
To win the Global Championship, it would mean the end of the story that we started last year. And yeah, I truly hope it's going to happen.
The reason the global
Yeah, I don't know about all that,
championship
bro.
win will mean so much for Queasy and Veno was, of course, that
How's everyone doing
second
today,
ASEC
boys?
Invitational. And
We're
again, on the
gonna
back foot,
we're gonna
on
get
one
into
of the
this. Oh, dude, this
brightest
is
things
one of
we
the
have ever
best
seen in
fights
Fortnite.
ever,
Yeah,
bro.
it takes courage to do this. It goes to show that these guys
Yeah.
are truly winners at heart, even though it didn't pay off for them, because you only make this play if you are solely dedicated to winning, and that's what these two are. You look at their journey throughout the year, Vivid. I don't think there's
Oh, he
that is
missed
as
his shot,
as
man.
high as Queasy and Veno. Their performance during Major 2 was spectacular. Never seen before in the highest levels of Fortnite. And I know for a fact they're going to be jumping in the time machine to go back to that kind of level and bring that to the competition today.
It absolutely blows my mind that I cannot count on one hand how many victory royales Queasy and Veno got in a major FNCS grand final format. They got 6 out of the 12 games. How?
I'm still trying to wonder myself. I'm still trying to figure it out. You know, their game plan was on point. It was like just nobody had an answer to what they were doing. And of course, if you do watch competitive Fortnite, you know these guys are a high ground team. They like to soar in the skies, and it's very hard to stop them when they're up there. But I think the key to what's made them even more dominant force this year is the fact that they are more comfortable still when they don't get the chance to play height, right? Because everyone tries to anti-strat against them on height because you expect them up there, but now they're even more comfortable if they don't get height.
Actually, yes, I love
Is the video like really
that
laggy?
you are making right there. And I want to give a shout out to Veno because I have never had more respect for a player than when I was VOD reviewing him back in Major number 1. I was like, wow, this guy does everything perfectly. It looks like every single thing that he does has a reason behind it.
I mean, it does. He's just built different. That's Veno. That's Veno for you. It's the reason why he's confident. A lot of people don't like his confidence sometimes. They think he's a bit too arrogant, but he backs it up in the server every single time.
That's right. Well, I know you all at home and, of course, here in the arena would love to hear from them. So guess what? Frankie is standing by with the duo right now.
Well, I, for one, love Veno's confidence, especially if it means I get to talk to him right now. Let's just talk about Raleigh last year. Second place, not normally spoke about, but it's been talked about constantly ever since. Are you keen to close this chapter out today, Veno?
I mean, what's keen for us is to show that there's no rivalry and, you know, show the world what we're made of again.
What do you think, though, when you see Cammy and Seti on the high ground now? They were even going for it in the upper bracket on day 1.
I mean, they've been practicing on the high ground this season, I think. And if we're up there, they're going to be on low and they're going to place bad. So that's the plan.
And what about you? Do you still feel like a high ground king? Or are you now the flexible kings?
I'm the high ground king, 100%.
And what happens if someone comes to your high ground today and tries to anti-strat you?
We're taking it off them.
I can't wait to see players try. I'm not going to try and put any duos off going for you today. Now, talk to me about your victory royale on day one. You set out your stall early, but you came second overall. Are you hiding things from us?
We hidden some strats, so you guys are going to see in an hour or so, but you know, we're gonna show the world. Like I said, I mean, we've definitely hidden some things. How far ahead we are.
Do you think that Major 3 and not making the grand finals was a bit of a wake-up call for the two of you? Do you think it's pushed you harder than ever before?
Maybe. Like that major was like definitely a rough time, but I think we learned from it, and hopefully we can show it now.
And you know what? 6 victory royales in the grand finals of Major number 2. That's no joke. These boys, they're coming for you.
I mean, you talk about Veno being confident. Queasy's right there with them. Now, of course, they discussed this rivalry between Cammy and Seti, but what would kind of close that chapter for them?
I think that they don't believe there's a chapter there at all, right? When I've spoken to Veno and Queasy throughout the year, genuinely, they don't believe there's a rivalry. They think that they are a level above Cammy and Seti, and I think this truly is their chance to prove it. But yeah, for them, I don't think they think there's a rivalry. Veno just said it earlier. He's trying to prove there's no rivalry. We're just better than those guys.
Yeah, 100% love that. And I guess when you think about it, right, at an international event, getting second place, really the only thing that you should have a problem with is getting first place. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the only thing that they care about.
A thing many of these duos we talk about have in common is their LAN experience. And some of them have a little bit more than others. I wonder how that's going to play a factor. Well, why don't we listen to them?
I would really
Booga! Booga!
I think that there are certain factors that separate winning online
We're getting
and
thirst, baby.
actual LAN. Biggest one is just your nerves and being able to control them.
It's obviously different than winning something online because there's crowd, there's people cheering for you.
Just be comfortable at your seat, you know, like if it's not comfortable